Hey, Kentucky. Is Andrija Jelavic Kentucky's mysterious and dangerous man? How much can he help this team? Let's see what's new about this guy. He arrived in Lexington in late August, bringing with him a touch of mystery and potential that could change the course of the Wildcat season. Transferred from a professional team in Serbia, Jelavic arrives not only as an unknown to many American fans, but also as a player still discovering the peculiarities of the North American style of play. However, under Mark Pope's guidance, he has shown promising signs that he could be a key player for the Kentucky squad. Jelavic's adaptation to his new environment has been a roller coaster of challenges and achievements. He himself admits that the first few weeks were difficult. "I'm not going to lie," said the athlete, referring to the initial impact of training with his new teammates. The intense pace of play, the physical aggression, and the quick decision-making are hallmarks of college basketball in the United States, especially in an elite program like Kentucky. For someone who spent much of his career playing in Europe, where the style is more methodical and controlled, these differences represent a considerable gulf. However, Jelavic was undaunted. On the contrary, he faced each obstacle with a resilient mindset, constantly striving for improvement. Coach Mark Pope, known for his ability to mold young talent, has been closely monitoring Jelavic's progress. In his words, the coach expressed optimism about the Croatian's potential impact on the team. "It's really great to put him in contention and know he'll be in contention from day one." "That's wonderful," said Pope, emphasizing the importance of having such a versatile player available so early in the season, despite missing 8 weeks of summer training, a crucial time for any athlete to integrate into the game. Jelavic has shown clear signs of recovery. His development has been particularly notable in recent days, as he's consistently scored goals, dished out assists, and contributed rebounds. These numbers, while still in the preseason, indicate that he's beginning to understand what it takes to thrive in college basketball. Jelavic's own teammates have been witnesses to his growth trajectory. Jalen Lowe, the Wildcats starting point guard, noted that the Croatian has quickly learned what he needs to do on the court, even if his execution still requires adjustments. "He's trying to learn the game, learn the system every day," said Mahame Diabate, another teammate, reinforcing Jelavic's dedication to adapting to Kentucky's style of play. This adaptation isn't easy. As Jelavic himself explained, basketball in the United States combines speed and power in a unique way. "It's more like when you get a ball in the paint, there are already 4 guys on you," he said, illustrating the difference between the European and American experience. However, he seems to be finding his place, learning to navigate the organized chaos that defines college basketball. Jelavic's official debut will be on October 24th against Purdue at the iconic Rupp Arena. Although this date is only a friendly, it represents an important milestone for the player. It will be his first time wearing a Wildcats uniform in front of a passionate crowd, and expectations are high. With just over 2 weeks to prepare, Jelavic is already showing confidence. "Of course, in my opinion, I will be fully ready for the start of the season," he stated, displaying the self-assurance necessary to face the challenges ahead. Besides his technical contribution, Jelavic brings a strategic dimension to the team. His versatility as a forward allows him to operate both on the perimeter and near the basket, creating shooting opportunities or facilitating collective play. This flexibility is a valuable asset for Mark Pope, who seeks to build a dynamic and unpredictable team. Jelavic also has the advantage of professional experience, something few college freshmen can offer. This experience could help him handle the pressure that comes with playing for a program the size of Kentucky. Although he's still adjusting, Andrija Jelavic is already showing why he's seen as an intriguing prospect for the Wildcats. Don't you think? Expectations surrounding Jelavic at Kentucky basketball are cautious but extremely promising. The Croatian forward arrives in Lexington at a time of transition and learning, still adapting to the pace and demands of American college basketball. But early signs point to a player with real potential to become an important part of Mark Pope's rotation. The main unknown is timing. Jelavic arrived late compared to his teammates, and this naturally puts him at a disadvantage in the first few practices. Pope knows this adaptation curve is inevitable, and so do his teammates. Point guard Colin Chandler, who experienced a similar situation after 2 years away from basketball on a mission, emphasized that the Croatian has handled everything with elegance and patience. It's a compliment that speaks volumes. In such a competitive environment, maintaining composure is a sign of maturity, especially for someone adjusting to a new culture, language, and system of play. Technically, the package is interesting. Jelavic is described by his teammates as tall and a great shooter, two qualities that perfectly fit the style Pope has been trying to implement. Modern basketball, with spacing and constant movement. The coach wants to expand the court, and the Croatian offers exactly that, a wing with great wingspan, vision, and the ability to open defenses with his outside shot. Last season, playing competitively in Europe, he averaged 11 points and 7.4 rebounds, shooting 32.1% from three. These numbers indicate room for improvement, but they also confirm that Jelavic arrives with solid experience. The most revealing statistic, however, comes from Kentucky's internal statistics. In recent weeks, he was the second highest shooter at the Kraft Center with 7,848 attempts in a month, behind only Otega Oa. This kind of commitment often speaks volumes. It's the direct reflection of a player willing to earn his place, even if he's still learning Pope's basketball concepts and vocabulary. Within the rotation, the most plausible prediction is that Jelavic will start the season as the main backup to Mohamed Diabate, the athletic and explosive power forward who is expected to fill the starting four. The Croatian's presence will allow for significant tactical changes. With Diabate, the team gains physical strength and an infiltration game. With Jelavic, they gain spacing and shooting. It's the kind of contrast that helps keep the offense unpredictable and dynamic, and one that Pope will certainly know how to exploit. Beyond the technical aspects, there's a strong symbolic component to Jelavic's arrival. He follows in the footsteps of Zvonimir Ivizic, another Croatian who won over Kentucky fans before moving on to Arkansas and then Illinois. Ivizic, in fact, served as a sort of mentor from afar, sharing advice and even curious warnings, like avoiding the Papa John's pizza trap that felled him in his early days in the United States. The difference is that Jelavic seems more prepared for this transition. He already spoke familiarly about college basketball before arriving and has shown a quick adaptation to life in Lexington. The human factor also works in his favor. The young Croatian highlighted the way Mark Pope conducts training, calm and friendly, as he described it. This approach contrasts with the harsher style he was accustomed to in Europe and has helped accelerate the integration process. Even when you make a mistake, he doesn't yell. He explains what he wants from you, Jelavic said, emphasizing that this way of teaching motivates him to improve. The plan for Andrija Jelavic isn't immediate, but the path is clear. He arrives without the burden of urgency, with room to grow within a system that values his main strength, shooting. He may start the season as a supporting player, but everything indicates that, as he understands Pope's game and the pace of the SEC, he will become a reliable asset, someone capable of changing the complexion of a match with the shooting accuracy and tactical intelligence inherited from European basketball. Time and chemistry will tell how much he can contribute, but what we already see is promising, a dedicated, technically and mentally prepared player who is on the right path to becoming another good story for the Wildcats. There's an update that, while cautious, is music to BBN's ears. Jaden Quaintance is recovering at an astonishing pace. The center, one of the team's brightest prospects, underwent ACL surgery in March and is still rehabbing. But the coach made it clear that the player's progress is exceeding all expectations. During media day, Pope was full of praise for the sophomore's effort and dedication. He's breaking every record known to mankind in terms of rehabilitation, the coach said with a smile that mingled admiration and relief. The comment, while hyperbolic, reveals the internal enthusiasm for how Quaintance has handled the process, something that goes beyond the numbers or medical deadlines. When the center committed to Kentucky in April, there was hope he would be ready for contact in September. That timetable hasn't fully materialized, but the fact that he's already participating in light on-court activities indicates a solid recovery. Still, Pope prefers to proceed with caution. He's progressing very quickly, but we're going to proceed with extreme caution, he explained. We want him to have the opportunity to make this team great, but also to ensure a long and productive career. These words speak volumes about Pope's philosophy. Since taking the helm, the coach has reinforced the importance of balancing immediate competitiveness with responsibility for the future of his players. He understands what it means to put young talent under pressure in a program that lives in the spotlight of college basketball, and he demonstrates sensitivity by prioritizing Quaintance's health, an approach that resonates well with fans and especially within the locker room. For Kentucky, Quaintance's return represents more than just an important piece in the rotation. He's the kind of player capable of changing the pace of a game, a rim protector with rare agility, and a physical presence that breathes life into the paint. His absence at the start of the season will certainly be felt, but optimism about his impact in the second half of the campaign is already taking shape. As fans wait, the feeling is one of confidence in the process. Pope has repeatedly stated that the priority is ensuring the player returns at the right time, not sooner, not later. And, by all indications, Kentucky's medical and fitness staff is handling this recovery process with the same professionalism and care that has characterized the new administration. Quaintance is expected to miss at least the first month of the regular season, with a possible return in December. If this timetable holds, the center will be able to get back into competitive rhythm in time to strengthen the team ahead of the SEC's most demanding matchups. Until then, Pope and his staff will continue to balance patience with the desire to see the 18-year-old prospect wear the blue and white uniform with the intensity that brought him to Lexington. Pope is building a program that doesn't rush, but also doesn't get complacent. Jaden Quaintance's progress symbolizes exactly that, a combination of hard work, resilience, and long-term vision. And for a team looking to regain its shine and identity on the national stage, there's no more encouraging sign than seeing its young pivot, step by step, making his way back to center stage. Share your thoughts.